for the Fatal Four Monday Night Wars, but Rick and his wife are having some issues right now that we will not discuss later. I think Rick would discuss with you guys when we get on. But other than that, we're just gonna decide a Stoner Bros free for all. So we're just gonna get fucking stoned, and we're just gonna talk about anything from the business or anything that's going on in the world. And before we got on here, me and Scott were talking about which is better in sports, the great state of Texas or the great area of New England. And then we came up to this discussion of Dennis Rodman.
Yes.
And so I was just like, you know what? We will talk about Dennis Rodman because Dennis Rodman, not only was he an athlete, but he was also a wrestler.
He's
And
very
we'll
true.
talk. We could talk about that match that he did with Karl Malone and all that. I remember that. How
Well, hold on. We if we're going to talk about Rodman, though, we need to remember there was a Rodman before there was an NWO Rodman. Rodman came out with Hogan in the red and yellow right around in '96.
But that was the same time as when the NWO. It was just like a
It was before the NWO, though.
Was it?
Yes, he was a good guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can't go wrong with Rodman. He could be the bad guy or the good guy.
Rodman, his persona is such arrogance that is fucking awesome.
I love it.
He was the great. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. He was in the top 3 greatest defensive players of all time.
Dude, the greatest. I think.
And this is from a Celtics fan.
Okay, this is why he was the best. He was the greatest rebounder under 6'9", and that's saying a lot of people too.
I'm gonna tell you what right now. Watching him on the court was so fucking entertaining.
It was. I'm a big Dennis Rodman fan. I read his book.
He brought WWE to basketball. Fuck bringing basketball to WWE or WCW. No, we're going to just fucking bring it right on the court. We're going to drop kick a cameraman. Why the fuck not?
I remember him and Karl Malone in the NBA Finals going up in the court and they're just like flopping over.
Oh, yeah. You can tell they just want to fucking throw right down.
Yeah.
Malone hated him. Malone and Robinson hated him.
I know, man. But you can't go wrong with the dude. That if I was going to build a team, I would definitely have him as a starter because you need that defensive stopper, defensive rim protector, whatever, that defensive guy.
I was actually upset when he became available that the Celtics didn't make a push for him. I thought honestly we do good at that. We bring in the old timers or the soon to be out of daters, and we win a few championships, and then we fade away for a few years, and then we build up a decent team again, and then we're relevant again. It's how we work.
That's the story of sports, dude. That's the story of sports. You're not going to get consistency like that unless you watch soccer. And I'm a soccer fan, and I see it, and so I'm an Arsenal fan, and then, dude, we're just getting. I don't want to get in. Man, we tied yesterday, bro.
I play it on Xbox.
It's a team that's like a former Soviet Union country. Oh man, and we lose. You need to find a formation and get your players right, Arson. Get rid. Oh man.
You realize I have to go on my Xbox site now and beat these guys that you're talking so highly of, right?
Arsenal, man. I'm not even talking.
I'll have to record it for you.
Man. It's been 10 years, over 10 years since we won the league.
I'll put it on Twitch.
Oh, speaking about Twitches, let's go to about Neville breaking the release. It looks like they're not going to release him, bro. They're going to keep on his contract.
Yes, sir. I've seen McMahon do it before. He did it to Ryback. He did it to Punk.
Yeah.
You know,
we're done with you when we're done with you.
Yeah. It's pretty basic theory, you know. Neville, you're hot. Well, excuse me, we have you under contract for X amount of more time. So before we allow you out, much like they did with Mizdow, before we allow you your release to go away, we want you to cool down. Because what happens when we don't? You get the American Nightmare.
He asked for his release, and they said, "Yeah."
You get whatever the fuck his name was.
They couldn't find anything for him.
Well, you know what? They did find something for him. They did, and it was a tag team
With his brother.
Yeah, and they were fucking awesome.
Yeah, and then they decided not to do that anymore.
And what really sucks about that is they oh my god, the Goldust Stardust fucking God, that would have been fucking awesome. But what would have been even better would have been take Goldust out of his fucking makeup. Take off the fucking outfit, take off the lingerie under the outfit.
Just put him as Dustin Rhodes.
Yeah. Cody and Dustin. That team, the Brotherhood, would have rocked. And they could have blown up. And WWE could have made so much money off that. Especially after fucking Dusty passed away. Legitimately, they could have banked off that.
The first Dusty Classic, they should have went in as a team and won it.
Exactly.
That's one of my opinion, but I don't know. Supposedly, like, these releases were actually like messages to all the other wrestlers too. Mm-hmm. And I guess it's a message to Neville saying, you know, we're releasing these people because we don't have anything for you. We don't, if you have, you know, because
we had something for you, Neville, but you didn't want to do it.
Yeah, you're just all pissed off because you wanted money and all that shit, and blah blah blah. But oh well.
Not to get off topic, but speaking of Dusty, I'm getting really sick and fucking tired of the WWE fucking with his pay-per-view creations. I really am.
What can you do about it, bro?
I'm just saying, man. Like, why you gotta fuck with something that was so hot to begin with? Keep it how it was. Because you know what? Real fans want to see a real War Games. They don't want to see people in a shark fucking cage. They tried that. Robocop came out. It wasn't that good. I'm just saying. You know what I'm talking about. It was a Clash of the Champions. Fucking Robocop came out and helped Sting out of the fucking cage.
I don't know, man. It's just like wrestling's like has to be a fantasy. I don't know.
A fantasy?
But if I want to be
fucking Robocop, bro. How much lamer can you get? Robocop. And not even the real one. A motherfucker in a suit. Fucking, like, seriously, dude.
Oh my god.
You got Ted Turner's fucking bank, man. At least get Robocop. Shit.
Robocop.
Fucking Robocop, man. Robocop.
Hey, even though back in that time, you gotta admit though, when we saw Robocop, we got jumped out of our seats. Dude, it's fucking Robocop.
Now I looked at legitimately, I looked at my father and said, "What the fuck is Robocop doing there?" My dad stopped, looked at me, and goes, I was thinking the same damn fucking thing. Again. Like, legitimately, Robocop had no place at that pay-per-view. None. He walked out all stiff like.
There was no Robocop movie. No new Robocop movie out.
Fucking, I'm telling you, man.
Oh shit, the glory days of being.
Fucking, what the fight? He looked like he was trying to come out of the vagina, man. He was like, and he broke the bars. Like, are you fucking shitting me right now? This motherfucker gets part of the lips of that cage. Like, what the fuck is wrong with him?
Guts the job.
Robocop. Robocop.
About Robocop. What do you want to talk about, bro? It's a free for all. What's on your mind?
Oh, fucking Robocop, dude. What the fuck? Oh, fucking.
No more Robocop. No.
Oh, shit.
No.
How about fucking.
Delete.
How about Matt Hardy, man? Both trying. I didn't see where the article said.
You know what we could talk about?
What's up?
Impact Wrestling apologizing to the greatest, Okada.
They are.
When I read that article that you sent me, I laughed out loud. I was just like, they had to apologize to Okada for the terrible booking.
Fucking great though, bruh. They are sucking balls and licking.
The greatest wrestler in the world right now. Call New Japan. Hey, can we talk to Okada? Yeah, here's the number. Hey, Okada, we're sorry. Who is this? Impact. Click.
Right. Oh, fuck you. No speak English.
No apology. Welcome.
Right. Like, fucking, what the fuck? Dude, TNA is literally sucking balls and licking taint, bro. They are scraping to try to get by. They are trying to reach and grasp at whatever fucking straw they can to save that fucking dying company. That fucking thing, I don't give a fuck what the reports say financially. They're on life support, man. Yeah. They're on fucking life support. They ain't got a fan base. They have a very small fan basis. And now they're gonna isolate that fan basis by moving to fucking Canada.
Because that's what their parent company is at. Anthem is.
Right. But where was TNA always based at?
Florida.
And Tennessee.
Was it? No, it was Florida. Studios.
Yeah. But, I mean, I'm saying the parent company was in Tennessee, where Dixie Carter had it.
Oh, yeah.
What I'm saying is they were always a Southern territory run. Now they're isolating themselves from their fans. Oh, we're going to Ontario. All right, eh? Fucking no, you gotta keep your product where it's wanted. And I'm sorry, but Impact is not going to go over in Canada. It's not.
I think it is because that's the only big televised promotion that they have. Stampede's gone.
I wish they'd bring Stampede back. I liked Stampede.
But WWE has the naming rights to that bitch too, so you know how that's going to happen.
So many fucking sellouts, dude.
Fucking McMahon did ruin the business. That's a good question. Do you think he ruined the business or not by buying up all those territories?
I think he evolved wrestling. I think it sucks that when he evolved it, he pretty much made two major runners and an underdog. I think it's shitty that he ran his competitors out like he did and now has given us this product of bullshit that nobody really wants to watch or see. I think he started out making wrestling great. I do. I think the way he evolved it up through WrestleManias, the pay-per-views, like he legitimately, he was doing a really good for wrestling. I think where it went wrong was the Monday Night Wars when they ran out WCW. When he bought the rights to WCW, he killed the wrestling industry. He monopolized it. He made it about his company mainstream because, let's be honest, you had WCW, you had WWE, you had ECW for a little bit.
Which was backed
by Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
Now, think about this for a moment. You have single-handedly put each one of your competitors down. You took them out back like old motherfucking Yella, put the fucking double barrel up and went bang bang, Cactus Jack style. Fucking, and now you have no competition. You have no reason to keep evolving. You have no reason to become fresh. You have no reason to become in touch with your audience. Now you're running a company to your satisfaction. And the ratings are showing this. The ratings are showing this. The fans don't like the product. But it doesn't matter. It's not going to change until you change.
It's not going to change overnight. I know that.
And it's road. I'm sorry. In Road Dogg booking, I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm just saying, go back to training. I don't know. Come out every now and then, with Billy and do a little fucking run-in. Hell, come back with the New Age Outlaws and win the championship in the tag division. That'd be fucking great for nostalgia era. We could have the New Age Outlaws versus the Hardy Boys, and Jeff Hardy came back.
They did that already.
Do it again.
I'd rather see Mr. Ass and fucking Road Dogg, honestly. What he did in that G1 fucking special here in the United States against Tanahashi was pretty damn good. I give him a lot of credit.
Well, yeah, when he's not being forced to gimmick out like he's marrying a dude. He can actually fucking wrestle. Surprise!
Right? I'm like, whoa. He can
Most people are.
He's not the ditzy blonde dude in the group.
Yeah, he's not. He's not the cowboy coming out with the fucking cowboy hat and the jeans with Sonny. Oh my god, man, Sonny.
We'll talk about her another time because damn,
she let herself go.
It's like if we talk about her, we're definitely gonna catch a disease.
Dude, I've seen the porn. It's all monotonous. Fucking, she sounds like a Bostonian whore. Fucking, I tell you what, guy. Fucking horrible.
It was like 10 years earlier, 15 years earlier.
Tell you, guy.
So, but
she's gone to hell.
Scott, what's your greatest faction of all time?
I go with the Four Horsemen. I have to go with all incarnation of the Four Horsemen. I really do. I mean, they hit upon something that truly has never been really hit upon again. The closest they came was Evolution. Even that one they had in TNA didn't come close to it. I mean, you had people like Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard, Ric Flair, J.J. Dillon, Ole, fucking Benoit, friggin', I mean, the list goes on. Brian Pillman, Sting, Luger, friggin' Wyndham.
Dude, like when it was in WCW and then they didn't have Tully or the other two, when it was just...
Oh, when the Brainbusters went to WWE with Bobby the Brain?
Yeah, and it was just when it was Ric Flair and Arn Anderson, they were just like hugging the last two people, like calling themselves the Four Horsemen.
Yep.
But I honestly agreed, like the original Four Horsemen were pretty good. I guess that leads us into the 90s. Were you an NWO or DX guy?
I gotta say, I think I was an equal. I really do. I loved WCW. I loved it because it was wrestling. It wasn't all the dramatics and bullshit. I mean, like the John Tenta fucking Shark Earthquake, whatever the fuck his name was at that time, versus Big Show was a fucking joke. But I mean, I when it came down to the NWO, it was great for a bit. But then everybody came in. everybody was NWO. Even dudes that were like fucking jobbers. Disco Inferno.
Yeah.
Let that sink in. Disco Inferno was NWO. Disco Inferno.
Yeah, he was.
Disco Inferno. I'm still racking my fucking brain on that one.
So am I, bro.
All these years later,
So am I, bro.
that still makes no fucking sense to me.
Yeah, once they went into like fucking more when the group expanded to like 16 from 4 like overnight, I'm like, what the fuck happened?
Right?
I'm like,
DX, I like the fact that it stayed with what it stayed. When it first came out with Triple H and Shawn Michaels, I loved it. Thought it was amazing. I mean, Shawn Michaels was like everything I wanted to be. You know what I mean? Like he was my attitude back then. But fucking then you got the whole fucking Triple H's rebirth after WrestleMania.
that one was pretty cool though. I saw that on Raw. And he came out, I was like, whoa, he's out. What happened? I was like, I'm like, dude, no wonder I haven't been seeing him lately.
I did think the X-Pac part of it was awesome.
Yeah.
The fact that he was the only one that was a member of both.
That was cool. And they gave him he just went all shoot mode on Vince Russo.
I can't say that because Shawn Michaels was part of the rebirth of the NWO.
In WWE, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
And Booker T. Oh, Booker T was just NWO.
no, that was Stevie Ray.
No, Booker was NWO and WWE.
Was he?
Yeah. Shawn Michaels. There was Hall, Nash, and then Hall had a relapse or whatever and left the company. And Hogan fought The Rock, and that was the same night that Austin beat the hell out of fucking Hall in the ring drunk. And then the whole NWO thing just kind of dispersed. I think they turned on Shawn Michaels, if I remember correctly. I don't hold me to that. I can't really remember that well, but I think they turned on Michaels, if I remember right. But I don't know. I can't really say I was one or more over on either or. I was more of a WCW fan, but I tuned in to see Shawn Michaels and Triple H to see what the fuck they were going to do.
True.
So.
Right. Well, I know we decided to get on here because we weren't going to get on here earlier. I've been getting a lot of calls here. It's Friday night, brother. You know what people want? It's payday.
Fucking Robocop, man. Fucking Robocop.
But I guess we're going to see you here tomorrow on the Fatal 4 page. Sorry, Scott, I got to cut this early.
That's good, bro. That's good.
But at least we got something out here. So expect like multiple episodes during the week from the Stoner Bros. And yeah, man. Scotty, give him your Twitter.
Toxivod83.
Toxivod83, and then I'm at Al Presidente 2412, whatever, one of those. I'm not really much on Twitter, but you could also tweet us or message us on fucking our Twitter on the Stoner Bros page also.
If I tweet, believe me, it's important. You can ask Al. They got me on the Twitter, but I ain't been tweeting.
We're a majority on Facebook too, but we'll give you our names later. But you can make comments on the Fatal 4 page, and we'll make some comments back. Especially Scott here. He's been kicked off of the TNA chat rooms.
A few times. And fucking face fans. Don't come at me if you're a face fan. Just don't do it. I'm a troll. Don't do it. I will eat you. It will happen. I'm a fat man. I admit it. Fucking, I'm telling you right now, don't do it. If you don't know your history, you don't know your knowledge, don't come at me. Just don't do it, bro. Don't embarrass yourself. It's not worth it.
It ain't. So,
I don't like Facebook bans.
Nope. I don't know, man. That's why we do our own podcast, because we like to voice our opinions.
Damn right.
We're the voice of the voiceless.
America!
Oh, America. Oh, my God. You went there, damn it.
Trump Pence 2020.
Fucking went there, didn't you? God, now I have to end the show. Well, you guys have a good Friday night. Peace, love, and happiness. Scott, we'll see you later, man.
Later, bro.
Later. Pinky up.
Kiss the ring.